Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be for me and the car.
Gang Beasts is a beat-em-up, party-style fighting game developed by Bone Loaf and published by Double Fine Productions. It was released in early access on PC in 2014, but that's far preceding the December 12th, 2017 full release date. Here I'll be reviewing the PlayStation 4 version. So this game is basically what you get if Super Smash Bros. And Goat Simulator had a baby, and immediately after being delivered, it was dropped on its head. That harsh statement aside, Gang Beasts certainly has its fair share of pros, and under the proper circumstances, they far outweigh the few cons that it has.
In the arms of the angel, fly away.
Gameplay basically boils down into moderately customizable characters that handle like microwave Play-Doh with pipe cleaner skeletons, frantically attempting to beat each other into incapacitation in order to pick up the opposing Play-Doh person, or putty boy as I like to call them, and toss them out like a day-old avocado. The physics and control system utilized here can be equal parts comically entertaining and annoyingly frustrating. But that's just a rough summary of this beautiful bastard of a game. You can sock your buddies or strangers in the kisser in up to 4-player local or 8-player online multiplayer. And might I add, the 4-player local multiplayer aspect of this game feels amazing in a day and age where couch co-op has become an antiquity. And in my opinion, that's where Gang Beasts really shines as a title. Having yourself and 3 pals thrashing around in some intuitively designed stages with awesome interactive set pieces feels satisfyingly frantic when the game is operating as it should. It's definitely sure to provide a lot of laughs and moments you'll want to capture, but when it isn't working as intended, boy, can it be annoying. And I know I said this game has some pretty intuitive stages, but it also has a few that really accentuate a few of the issues that I found in this title. For instance, some maps have loads of really tightly placed rails that really highlight the grabbing everything but the putty boy incapacitated in front of you issue. At times you'll knock out players, and when attempting to grapple their incapacitated body, you'll grab literally every single object around them but the actual player themselves. This can make trying to ring out an opponent a pretty arduous task. I mean, if you can't pick someone up, it's kind of hard to put them down. That on top of some of the stages being set up in a way that makes you extremely prone to suffering a really cheesy insta-death, or they're set up in a way to where the end of a match will turn into a sort of war of attrition where the last 2 surviving players will just end up dangling for dear life. And the winner is determined by whichever player gets bored first and decides to take that L and embrace the sweet release of death. Or they can both wait it out stubbornly until the game decides to declare it a draw and waste everyone's time. Sometimes it can take a really long time to get sorted into a multiplayer match, and I'm not sure if that has something to do with the game's servers or if it's just because it's a relatively new game and there aren't very many people playing it online at the moment. Also, this isn't really a pro or a con, but your clothing choices matter. And if you wear a cape, hazards and other players will grab it. Oh boy, they will grab it.
No kicks!
Honestly, I think the Gang Beasts is a pretty sweet game for what it's worth. Really, the biggest issue that I can say that I have with this title is that it was in early access on PC for about 4 years and it's still released with, some issues. But even that's something that can be addressed through updates and patches. All that aside, if you got friends or family that are down to bang it out gang style, I can see you'll get that bang for your buck here. But if you're a solo player, I'd just say look into it a bit before you commit to the purchase.
Long live the king.